Family, so I want to jump on here real quick. We got sidetracked yesterday and I didn't get to finish this video, so I want to do it today. I want to talk about how the pepper teaching, the Peekabird Jr. that I put it on my page, just totally, when I say it changed our life, I mean, it literally is responsible for, I believe, my family being here today. Last month, me and my wife, I'm gonna just tell you right now, hey, everybody that's been married for 10, 15, 20 years, hey, you have those days to where you just like, dude, get away from me. Just go, get out of the room. I don't want to talk to you. Stay away, go. And we were not vibing, like at all, not even close to vibing. In fact, we have what we call a 5-minute rule. We're like, okay, I just need 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes, away from me. So this is one of those days where we weren't vibing at all. So I go into the boys' rooms and I'm sitting there and I smell something coming. It smelled like it was coming out of the vent. I'm like, what is that smell? And it smelled like a dead rat. I'm like, this is horrible. What is that smell? So I go into the room and I'm talking to Nia. I was like, do you smell that? She's like, yeah, it smells like something died. I'm like, yeah, what is that? And we had concluded that, hey, it's probably just a dead animal. And from that point on, I sat there. I said, I'm not going to do any more research. That's all it is. It's a dead animal. And I kept hearing the voice in my head say, yeah, I'm not going to research. I don't even feel like researching. I don't even want to talk about researching. What I'm going to research for, everything's fine. And I'm vibing in my mind and hearing in my mind, this voice in my mind telling me everything is, don't worry about it. There ain't no issue. There ain't no problem. And I'm sitting there just not in my right mind. So I sat there and thought about it. I said, okay, who's talking to me right now? Is that Elton speaking to me, or is that God speaking to me, or is that the carnal mind? And Pete talks about the carnal mind being an enmity with God, Romans 8, but then also it says in Colossians 1 that we were enemies of God in our mind. So I was sitting there thinking about this, and I said, who's talking? Let me lock in the who's talking. And the who started to reveal itself. And I said, if the who is talking, which is the carnal mind, or what we call Pepper, if Pepper is talking right now, Pepper is not for my good. Pepper is not somebody who's speaking to try to help me out. Pepper is the guy that's in your ear that's screaming and talking about your wife, or she's not doing that, she's not doing this. Hey, what about me? Pepper is all about him. And at this moment, I was sitting in the corner by myself, and I felt like a Pepper moment, and that Pepper was talking. And I said, you know what? If Pepper's talking, I need to do some research. So I got online and Googled, hey, it smells like this, an odor coming from my vents. What is this? And it popped up. This is a sign or a signal of there being a gas leak in your house. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Gas leak? So I tell my wife, I said, babe, we need to call ONG, or we need to get somebody involved. This could mean that there's a gas leak. And what did she say? She said, no, you sure? I think it's probably just something dead in there. And I persisted. I said, babe, if there's a chance that this is a gas leak, then we don't even want to take the chance. So we call ONG. I get everybody, I try to get everybody out the house. I'm walking around the house. I tell folks, hey, there's a gas leak, Ain't nobody moving. It's like, we're moving forward on this thing. They're not even close to like, hey, they're just taking their time. I'm like, guys, it could be a gas leak in the house. We got to get out the house. So I get my mom, she's upstairs, get the girls, they're upstairs, and come downstairs. We're sitting in the car, we wait for an hour and a half. We open up all the doors. The gas guy shows up an hour and a half later. He walks in, he said, well, I don't smell nothing. I don't believe it's a gas leak. I think you're fine. It could have been anything. It could have been, he said the same thing. It could have been just a dead animal. And I said, okay, great. So he gets this little monitor and starts going through the house. Yes, it's 000 parts per million. I'm checking here in the vent, 000 parts per million. And then he gets into my garage. And then he looks over at me and says, that's interesting. I said, what? He said, I'm catching, it looks like there's a leakage over here. And I said, oh, okay, cool. So there was a leak. He's like, yeah, there was a leak. I said, okay. So I walk out and come back in. 10 minutes later, he says, And I said, what's up? He said, well, there's multiple leaks. You have a leak around the valve. You have a leak around this bolt here. And there's another leak in the back. And I said, so how is that possible that at one time, just out of the blue, I've got 3 different leaks coming from my furnace. And he just kind of looked at me dumbfounded, like, I don't know. And I said, okay, he said, but I'm going to tighten up everything and make sure it's okay. But I want you to know something. The enemy, he meant to turn that day around for my bad, but God flipped it around and turned it around for our good. He meant to literally try to take us out of here. And what's really interesting is that I got 5 leaders in this house, and plus an amazing woman who I'm married to. And she is, when I say strong, bro, she got so much strength it's just oozing out of her pores. And they all love God. So I'm growing up a group of people in this house who are going to be terror cells against the enemy. They're going to be blowing up his camp. They're going to be sabotaging everything that he possibly could put into place because of the kingdom of God is in them. And they know exactly what that means. So this fool tried to take out my whole entire family at one day. All they would have took was Pepper, me listening to Pepper. Ain't nothing wrong. You're good. You're fine. It's just a dead animal. Ain't it wrong? Everything's okay. You're good. Man, what you researching for? The carnal mind is real. So when you're looking at that teaching of Peekaboo, he's putting out a group of teachings on the carnal mind, or what we call Pepper. That's that thing that's always talking that ain't God. That thing that you can't listen to him because he'll kill you. So I just want you to know, guys, hey, God, hey, put that amazing teaching in my life for a time that where I could have literally lost my life and my family. So, hey, God bless you. May he keep you. Hey, may his face shine upon you, be gracious to you. May the Lord give you peace and give you rest in this season. Jesus Christ is still on the throne.